Hey,
Hello.
Randall.
How's it going?
Going okay. I've been sick the last few days, so
Oh, geez. Sorry to hear that.
yeah. I think I'm on the mend. It's a whole thing. So did you want to just talk out here, or do you want to go to one of the rooms?
Yeah, let's get away from the entrance a little bit.
Okay.
Is good. So, this should go without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. Balto is very, very private about this stuff to the point that he asked me to delete the lab reports that I made, which I have done. So,
Really?
this
Okay.
goes nowhere outside of you and Joy at all.
Okay.
So, you are familiar with his history, I take it, in the military and all that?
A bit. He's told me stories, but I don't know
Yeah.
everything, obviously.
So at some point, this was about 20 years ago, I think. He was caught in an IED explosion,
Mm-hmm.
and during one of his tours, and he ended up in a coma for 6 months. I'm pretty sure he said.
Okay.
Best I can tell, this is when it all happened. I have no idea why or what the goal was, but as far as I can tell, some kind of genetic experimentation was performed on him.
What?
I, yeah, I have no idea why. I don't know if the goal was to try and wake him up or if it was done because they thought he would never wake up. I really could not guess. But
Okay.
some kind of early days genetic grafting, I guess you would call it, was performed on him to insert DNA, non-human DNA, into his body. Specifically
Mm.
from canine lupus familiaris, a dog, basically. Now, as
Ah.
best I can tell, yeah, as best I can tell, this, I mean, I really, like I said, no idea why. I don't know if they thought it didn't work or if it was designed to work this way or what their goal was, but as best I can tell, it basically lay dormant for 20 odd years.
Until October happened.
The November 2nd incident,
Yeah.
the combination of that chemical compound that was everybody was getting blasted with, along with what was done to him and trace radioactive compounds that I assume were just left over from his military tours. Basically, created a cocktail in his bloodstream that started waking this stuff up.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So stuff like his uh, increasing preference for undercooked meat, his high body temperature, the thickening of his nails, the lengthening of his canines, even probably the calluses on his palms, all stemming from this genetic alteration that was performed on him, waking up and beginning to assert itself.
Okay.
Now, I'm pretty sure that by the time I had done all these tests, which was mid December, I think.
December 17th is when you said he had gotten the news and was
Yeah,
upset.
I think. I'm relatively confident at that point the external physical changes had gone as far as they're going to go. Um, Possibly some more ongoing internal processes, but by that point, everything's kind of reached its peak already. So at this point, I imagine everything has finished doing whatever it's going to do. So there shouldn't be any more surprises, hopefully.
Okay.
That said, without a sample of his original unaltered DNA from 20 plus years ago,
Which we're definitely not going to get.
which, yeah, I don't
There's
see
no
a
way
way
to
we
know
could.
how much.
I mean, there's no way to know how much has changed, but also there's no way to treat it.
I just don't understand why we're doing shit like this. To what end? Like, what is the point?
Yeah, I really have no idea. Could, like I said, it could have been some kind of misguided attempt to treat his injuries and wake him up. Like I said, he was in a coma
Mm.
for 6 months at that point. Maybe, I mean, maybe they were literally just experimenting on somebody they thought would have no consequences because he was never going to wake up. But like I said, I really couldn't guess as to the why.
I will
And
say,
this,
this news is better than what I was kind of expecting. I was expecting some, like, terminal illness, disease that's slowly killing him and can't be treated and he can't be saved and he's got a time crunch and how long until he fucking kicks it, you know?
yeah. Well, it is thankfully not that bad, but pretty understandably, I think when he was told the news, the fact that, and again, I'm only guessing based on information I have, but my best guess is this was done to him by the military, who he served
Mm.
loyally and trusted for however many years it was. Then found out they had done this to him. He did not react well to that.
No, I don't think I would either.
No.
Okay.
I Ellie Malaki, she was the one that originally put me on his case. Had been talking to him before he got this news. I
Mm-hmm.
don't think he has talked to her since. I really do think that he should talk to a psychologist about this stuff. But
100%.
I did bring that up to him uh, earlier
I
in the
mean,
last week, and he said he didn't
yeah.
want to really talk about it right now, which I understand. But
Yeah, especially given, like, what he's just gone through. I don't think he's even talked to the
yeah,
cops yet. I told them that he would go to them when he was ready for it, but I don't think he has yet.
yeah, yeah. That I mean, that'll go about as far as the cops are going to take it, and I'm sure you can guess how far that's going to be.
Yeah, I don't really know how much they're gonna have, even if he talks to them, honestly.
Yeah, unfortunate reality of this kind of thing. Even when it happens
Mm.
to cops, and it has happened to cops numerous times,
Oh
they
yeah,
just end up with shit.
I've been the victim of it quite a few times.
Jesus.
Yeah.
But yeah, he really needs to talk to somebody, and obviously we can't push him or rush him on that. But I really do think that it will help him in the long run.
Well, I'll just
Uh,
use one of his lines on me that he used once, which was "dink donk therapy time, bitch." So he said that to me once. I was like, "Fuck you."
wow.
So I'll just use that on him.
Yeah. So as far as ongoing treatments go, if he's still having trouble eating, we can look into that. But my guess is his diet is going to have to change somewhat to probably
Yeah.
incorporate a lot more raw or less cooked meat.
Yeah.
Cooked meat will also be fine, honestly, but it seems he was finding less cooked more palatable at the time. His increased body temperature is, I mean, I'm never going to use the word
Honestly,
normal
I
for this, but
it's his normal. I honestly I didn't even think much of his temperature because he's so big. He's always run kind of
yeah.
hot. I
Well, well, that's interesting. Then maybe the changes weren't as entirely
I mean
dormant as I expected. Then,
he's been hovering at 102, but
yeah, which is
he's never been
typical
a
canine body temperature.
yeah, he's never been a 98 degrees kind of guy. So I
Mm.
didn't really think much of it.
Yeah, it's possible some of these changes were a little more present than I
Yeah.
suspected then in the past,
Um
because what his temperature reads as is spot on as typical canine body temperature, and I just don't believe that's a coincidence.
yeah. He has lost about 60 pounds, so gonna have to.
Jesus, really?
Yeah, in just a couple weeks he was gone. He lost 60 pounds.
Okay, well, that's definitely not good then.
No. Normally
Do you know if
he's
he's eating properly currently?
we've been feeding him and getting him nutrients and everything. He's mostly been in bed or the wheelchair, but he's not
Mm,
usually out of bed for very long.
all right.
Yeah, normally he's 300, and on the 28th, he was weighing in at 237.
Well, that's still you know, big guy, but
Still
losing
a
that
big
much weight that
guy,
fast
but
is not
that,
good for you at any level.
yeah, like I could understand losing that much weight in like maybe a year,
Yeah,
maybe even a few
maybe.
months, but
Yeah, not a couple of
just
weeks
just
at
a couple
that.
weeks, that's horrible.
Yeah, I would say maybe working with a nutritionist would be a bad idea, but then you'd probably have to disclose to them what's going on, and I feel like that might be a lot of trial and error that Balto might not particularly enjoy either.
Hmm. Figure something out. He's not even physically capable of talking right now. Uh,
Oh,
I
really?
I don't think it's a physical thing, because there wasn't really any damage to his throat. I think it's a
Yeah,
trauma response. So
mm, that's definitely possible.
yeah, they didn't just fuck with him physically; they also fucked with him mentally. So
Yeah, and that was right after getting the news of all this shit. So,
apparently they were at the wedding.
huh?
Someone noticed a black SUV across the river during the wedding, but no one approached it. And then he was given pictures of Maisie and Gemma after they'd been stabbed.
What the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
The fuck?
Hello?
That was kind of creepy.
It was creepy.
Ooh.
You know,
Gwabe Wobbers.
You good?
Mr. Dinkleaf got arrested.
That's not surprising. Reed always gets arrested.
Such a shame. Oh, hello.
Oh,
hey, how's it
hello.
going? You're right there.
Where are your clothes?
Hello.
Hey, what's up?
Can I get some medicine?
What's the matter with you?
I got a rash.
Alrighty.
Is a rash the only thing you
Ooh.
got going?
Yes, I got
More of
the.
a road rash than a rash here. Did you go
It
flying off a
can.
motorcycle?
No, I fell off a truck.
Ooh,
Oh.
yep, that'll do it. Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
We can continue this in a couple of minutes. That's all right.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Now y'all can keep talking. I don't listen.
Oh, don't worry, not about this.
Sort of there.
Oi.
Alrighty, why don't you hop up onto the bed? Alrighty, so I'm not gonna lie, cleaning this much road rash up is probably gonna sting pretty
Hmm.
bad. But we gotta make sure it's all nice and clean. There's no grit left in there.
You the doc.
Alrighty, I'll be as gentle as I can, but it's gonna be pretty soft.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry about that. I've gotta really make sure there's no crap from the road lifting its skin out.
Like I said, you the doc.
I'll do this as quick as I can here just to get it over with. There we go. Nearly done. Alrighty, there we go. That's the last of it. Alrighty,
Ooh.
we're gonna get some light bandages on a couple of sections here, alright?
Hey.
Get this wrapped up all nice for me.
Hmm.
Ooh, it stings, but it feels good.
Yeah. Alrighty, how fast was the truck going when you fell off it?
Ooh, maybe it was highway speeds.
Alrighty. Are you feeling any real sharp pains anywhere? Anywhere you're worried might be broken?
No, no, no. It's just a bit of burning on the skin.
Alrighty. And you didn't hit your head at all?
No, no, no.
Alrighty. Well, in that case, then I think you're going to be good to go there. So just,
Ooh.
change these bandages tomorrow and then again the day after. You get to leave them off by then. But, keep an eye on everything. Make sure it's healing up properly. And if you have any troubles, you just head on down to the hospital. All right?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem at all. You have a
Just
good
go,
day.
just go this way.
Yep, yep.
Oi. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Take care.
Ooh.
Oh,
No, geez.
yeah, he'll be
That's
fine.
going to hurt.
Ooh.
I think he'll be
Landing on
okay.
freshly scrubbed road rash, so.
Yeah, if he's friends with Reed Dankleaf, it's not the worst he's gonna experience this week.
Oof. Don't think I met him.
Oh boy. The man is a walking meth lab.
Great.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, dear. Right, where
Alright.
were we?
Dink donk therapy time, possibly a nutritionist. Mentioned that whoever was there was at the wedding showing him fucked up
Oh,
shit.
yeah, that's right. He didn't give any indication that he knew who it was that took him.
I'm gonna be honest, I've been in positions like his before. I haven't been asking because I didn't want to make him think about it.
Yeah, that's fair.
I know I can't. I honestly, I don't think I want to know. I think it's an everyone else wants to know thing.
Mm,
Because, like,
yeah,
if I
I
know,
get it.
what am I gonna do about it? Absolutely fucking nothing, right?
Yeah, true enough.
I am concerned with one thing, because they chose me out of all of his contacts to not only text repeatedly and tell to come pick him up, um, but they apparently had a woman that he never saw in another room, and all she did was scream. And he said she sounded
Hmm.
like me, and they told him that it was me. And all she did was scream.
Uh,
So I'm concerned if it is someone who's been around us, or if I know them.
this is going to sound like a very strange question.
Mm.
The events of the weekend of November 2nd, did anything out of the ordinary relative to everything else that was going on happen to you specifically?
Well, they had taken me a few days before.
All right.
They took me a
They
few
were.
days before. They drugged me again the next day. They drugged me again that day.
Did you get the conversation with one of them?
I did.
Yeah.
But I don't. This doesn't, I don't know, feel like a them thing, you know?
I would be inclined to agree, but I know some shit about the compounds involved in numerous things there, and the fact that their drug was the trigger for his genes waking up might have been of interest to them.
Well, I mean more just the way they texted. There wasn't any talk of seeking the truth, and there wasn't any of that. It was all about revenge.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. They said that Balto
Uh,
did things in his past that he couldn't run away from. So whoever it
oh,
was, I think, is from back in his Navy days.
yeah. That definitely doesn't sound like that group after all. Them.
Yeah, no.
There have definitely been some stuff happening around all that shit. I can't really say too much, so apologize for being obtuse, but
I probably know some of it anyway. I've been helping Anna.
mm, yeah, let's just say if they had somebody with your voice, it would not surprise me a little bit. Yeah, at this point, keep an eye on any symptoms he might be having.
Yeah, I
Try
will.
and make sure he's eating properly, because obviously, losing that much weight is absolutely no good for you, and
Yeah.
if he's still not eating well, that'll continue to happen until he is.
Yeah.
Come with
We'll.
us, Miss Pendragon.
Hello?
Oh, Miss Pendragon.
Hmm. Sorry. I thought I heard someone.
Hmm.
But, yeah, I'm trying to get him to eat. We also just got, a new menu at the diner. So we've got, like, more meatloaf and shit that can, hopefully help with that.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, besides that, just, I mean, he needs to talk to somebody.
Yeah, I'll see if I can, convince him to, if no one else, talk to Ellie,
You know,
since she was already involved. Maybe it'll help.
let me tell you exactly what he said,
Hmm.
just so you know where he's coming from now. I said, "Did you speak to Ellie at all? I definitely recommend speaking to somebody about all this." And he said, "There's a lot more to it now. I don't really feel like talking about it, but Kiki will fill you in."
Was this about. Was this after we found him?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, and that's because of the thing. That honestly, that's
yeah,
all I really know, is that they did all that to him.
yeah.
His physical injuries. When we found him, he was filled with. I always butcher medication names, but fuck it, we ball. Um, phenobarbital. Oh my god.
Being about
Uh,
on you.
yeah, PCP
Jesus.
and scopolamine
Hmm.
and also of note, noticed a huge quantity of a protein noticed before, but as yet unidentified. I've only noticed that. I think that line's been there the whole time, but I've never bothered to read it. I wonder if that's
That was part of the
the mutation.
stuff that was triggered by thing.
Um,
The
but
scopolamine was probably just leftovers of the anti-nausea meds I gave him last time I saw him too.
high dosage administered recently.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this was on the 27th.
Hmm.
Yeah, because that's when
Yeah.
I was given the text to find him.
All right.
They reopened an old surgical scar in his head, all the
Jesus.
way down to the skull. Did not penetrate the skull, but you could see it. Um, his nose was broken. They removed a number of his teeth. Uh, And it also looked like they had electrocuted him repeatedly. They removed every single nail. He had 7 broken ribs, and his right clavicle is broken. He had been stabbed in the back when I found him. There were also a number of lacerations. And he was covered in electrical burns. His feet were sliced up. He, they did all kinds. I'm wondering if his
Yeah,
feet being sliced up was them making him walk on something. I didn't find anything in any of it, but
honestly, it just sounds like torture for torture's sake. And if the message you got said it was about revenge, that kind of tracks. It's not a.
mm.
I guess they could have been trying to get information out of him, but that random a pattern,
they
that
told
level of,
me they told me his screams were beautiful.
you know, just torturing to torture him. Then
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was. Sorry, I have him saved as cringe bitch who has Balto. Um.
I assume you gave the phone number of that to the police.
Oh, I've given them every text message.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have everything. Balto has a past he tried to hide from, but he couldn't hide forever. Then he just handed himself over on a golden platter, taking all those medications. It was too good not to use against him. So it sounds like you gave him the news. He overindulged to maybe not remember or whatever.
Yeah, his room was covered in empty pill bottles and a syringe, from what I
Yeah,
remember.
and maybe they found him while he was, all drugged up and everything. Um,
Yeah, that's definitely possible. There was blood on his door as well.
yeah, I wonder if it's from the needle. Maybe he did it too hard, so he actually cut himself or pierced himself in some way, or he, I don't know, dropped something. Was there any broken glass or anything?
I don't remember. The whole place was such a mess, honestly. I don't think it was from a needle though. It was like it wasn't a lot of blood, but
Hmm.
it was more than needle prick accident blood.
I didn't think prick. I meant more like stab himself with the fucking thing.
Mm.
Because if he was already on everything else, he's not going to be very good at it.
True.
Okay. Well, I should get back, and I don't want to keep you up here for too long since you're on duty and everything.
Well,
But,
alrighty. If you got any other questions, let me know. I did delete those lab reports as he requested, but I do have
mhm.
backups just in case. So,
Oh yeah, always. Okay.
and yeah, just let me know how I was doing from time to time. I'd appreciate that.
Yeah, sure. Right now he's just in recovery.
You know.
Comes out when he's feeling up for it. He's got a wheelchair. Abby's also been keeping an eye on him if none of us are available. So.
Mm.
Mm. But thank you for filling me and let me know. This is Mm.
Yeah, exactly.
I almost wish it was like a disease because then you could treat that, right? You could do something
Yeah,
about it. You can't do anything with this.
yeah, and it was done so long ago as well. Like the
Can't even
where's
revert
and
it.
whys, and yeah, like no information at all, really. Like it's at the point if this had happened, 6 months ago, we might not have even had the facilities to fucking detect it. We only got the lab in Sandy a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
Fucking military,
And
swear to God.
and probably if not for the events on November 2nd, we probably never would have noticed it.
Yeah, it's true. It could have lied dormant there for the rest of his life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what you're
Well,
saying is it's the FIB's fault.
oh, it's always the fucking
It's
FIB's
always
fault.
the fucking FIB.
I've been trying to fucking get a conversation with somebody in power about those fuckheads for months now.
They're running
Because I've got,
unchecked. Like
yeah,
honestly,
I'm saying, I've got so much fucking shit on them at this point, and nobody will listen.
yeah, they're running unchecked. There's no checks or balances with them whatsoever, and they're basically just running around doing whatever they want, like hypocrites.
Yeah,
It's it's
fucking
crazy to know
unchecked
what
power and no oversight.
exactly to know what Booba used to be. And to see him now is fucking baffling to me. I helped teach that man speak English.
Me
When
too,
I
actually.
when I met him, he was covered in fur and couldn't even do anything but grunt.
When I met him, he had been just fucking frozen again,
Yeah, I did that.
defrosted by the geniuses in the FIB who, instead of getting him proper medical treatment during that, left him proper the burner and fucking burger shot.
Yeah,
That
I'm the
was
one
my
that froze
first
him.
really?
Mhm.
Why?
At the time, he was dying,
Hmm.
and the only options were to do that or let him die. So, Connor Stubble and I put him in a plane, and Stubble flew him off to go be frozen so that he wouldn't
Huh.
die. And then
Well,
every now and then, this man's makes me regret it.
well, he's been making a lot of people regret that decision for a good long while.
Mm-hmm.
It's a shame. I like him as a person. Like, he can take a jab. I don't mind talking to him, but we got along well enough shortly after we defrosted him.
Mm.
But all the fucking shit him and that entire goddamn department keep doing, I would burn that building to the ground if I thought I could get away with
Yeah, I feel like the majority of the island is with you on that one.
it.
What did JT just said he's going to turn it into Arasaka Tower, I think?
Hmm.
I don't know if you know anything about cyberpunk.
Only a little bit.
Uh, that was
And
one
only
of the.
because a friend keeps bringing it up because of my work on prosthetics, too.
Oh my god. Yeah, it was one of the plot points was the Johnny Silverhand his big terrorist move was to go to Arasaka Tower and blow it up.
Oh, blow it up. Yeah, that's right. No, I
Mm-hmm.
remember that bit,
I turned the FIB tower into the Arasaka Tower on the 20th of August 2023 within the cyberpunk universe. Incredible. Okay, I need to go check on someone.
Yeah, I better get back down to the city. Alrighty, let me know if you need anything.
Of course, thank you, Randall.
No problem. You take care.